Okay, so you wanted to take a deep dive into Rajasthan, the land of kings.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. And, you gave us this amazing material, and it's really almost like a cheat sheet to really grasp what makes this part of India so unbelievably special.
Definitely Rajasthan. It just conjures up so many vivid images.
Yeah.
I mean, you think of those powerful Maharajas, right? Those incredible forts just springing up from the landscape like they've always been there.
That's true.
An explosion of colors and culture, those endless golden deserts, and those magnificent palaces just oozing history. It's a place where the past is very much alive,
Oh, absolutely. And I think that's what makes it so fascinating. So it sounds like you want a solid grasp of Rajasthan, the whole package, the history, the can't miss spots, and that unique Rajasthani essence. So let's break it down. We'll journey through the history, culture, pinpoint those must-visit locations, touch on some adventures you can have there, sample the food, check out the shopping scene, and immerse ourselves in the festivals. And there are some truly surprising facts woven into all of this.
Oh, for sure.
Some real gems in here.
Okay, let's start with the foundation, the history and culture of Rajasthan. It's amazing to think that Rajasthan's story actually stretches back to the ancient Indus Valley civilization.
Wow.
Yeah, at a place called Kalibangan.
Okay.
That just puts its historical significance into a whole new perspective.
It really does, yeah. You're talking about a civilization that thrived thousands of years ago, and Rajasthan has these tangible links to it.
Absolutely.
And then you move forward in time to the age of the Rajput kings. These rulers, they dominated the region from the 8th to the 18th century. They were known for their incredible bravery, their warrior spirit, and you can still almost feel their presence in those incredible forts.
Yeah, you can, that warrior spirit. It's woven into the fabric of Rajasthan. Their clan-based system and their fierce independence, even when faced with powerful empires like the Mughals, well, it really fostered this incredible regional pride that still resonates today.
Right.
It's not just a thing of the past, it's living and breathing.
Right. So while the Mughals and later the British, they did leave their mark, Rajasthan held on to its unique identity. It didn't simply get absorbed,
Exactly. It's that resilience that makes it so special.
Yeah, and that brings us to the vibrancy of Rajasthani culture. I mean, the grand palaces are just the beginning, right?
Yeah.
This material really delves into these fantastic festivals, these energetic folk dances, and the intricate traditional arts that are still so vital there. It's like every corner has a story to tell, a tradition to experience.
It's true. Rajasthan is a feast for the senses. And a core element of any culture is language. You'll find that Rajasthani, the main language spoken, actually has these captivating regional variations.
Okay.
Yeah, for instance, Marwari is predominantly spoken in the Marwar region, which is around Jodhpur. And then you have Mewari and Dundari, each with its own unique flavor, alongside Hindi and English, of course.
Right.
This linguistic diversity just speaks to the richness of the region.
It does. It's like a tapestry of languages, each thread adding to the beauty of the whole.
Yeah.
All right, with that groundwork laid, let's climb up to those grand palaces and iconic landmarks. This cheat sheet, it gives us this amazing curated list of 10 key cities and attractions, and it starts with Jaipur, the Pink City.
Ah, Jaipur, a city that truly lives up to its name.
Okay, why is it called the Pink City, though?
Well, it got its nickname from, the extensive use of this kind of distinctive ochre pink color on the buildings. It was originally done to impress the Prince of Wales way back in 1876.
Oh, interesting. So it's like a 150-year-old paint job that's stuck?
Pretty much. And the list of must-sees in Jaipur is extensive. You've got the iconic Hawa Mahal with that incredible facade that was designed to allow royal women to observe street life without being seen.
That's so clever.
It really is. Then you have the sprawling city palace, which is still partly a royal residence. Imagine that.
Wow, living history.
Yeah, and just outside the city, there's the majestic Amer Fort.
Okay.
It's a stunning example of Rajput architecture. And there's also the Jantar Mantar, which is this incredibly precise astronomical observatory.
Wow.
And you can't forget the panoramic views from Nahargarh Fort and the serene Jal Mahal seemingly floating in the middle of Mansagar Lake. It's just a city where, history seems to whisper from every corner.
It sounds magical. All right, next up we head west to Jodhpur, the Blue City. I've seen pictures, and that wash of blue is really striking. What's the story behind that color?
It's really fascinating. That blue color, it traditionally marked the homes of Brahmins, the priestly caste. But over time, it became more widespread, and some believe it also serves a practical purpose.
Okay.
Keeping houses cooler in that intense desert heat. And the document highlights Marangar Fort as a major draw. It's this imposing structure perched high on a rocky hill, offering these amazing views.
It's like something out of a movie.
It really is. And then you have the grandeur of Umaid Bahan Palace, a relatively modern palace, part of which is now a luxury hotel.
Oh, wow.
And then there's the serenity of Jaswant Thada, a stunning white marble memorial, and the peaceful Mandor Gardens with their intriguing cenotaphs. Each site offers a unique glimpse into Jodhpur's royal past.
It's like a history lesson in every direction. Okay, and then we arrive at Udaipur, the city of lakes. It just sounds so romantic and serene.
It really is. It totally lives up to its name. The city palace there is this sprawling complex overlooking the picturesque Lake Pichola. Then there's Jagmandir, a real gem, a palace on an island in the lake. And you have the expansive Fateh Sagar Lake with its own island gardens and the lovely Sahilian Kibari, the Garden of the Maids.
Okay.
It has these beautiful fountains and kiosks. Udaipur really does feel like a city built for leisurely strolls and romance.
It sounds idyllic. Okay, from the lakes, we journey into the heart of the Thar Desert to Jaisalmer, the Golden City. I can imagine that golden sandstone is something to behold.
It truly is. The architecture built from that yellow sandstone, it seems to just glow in the sunlight.
Wow.
It gives the whole city this magical feel. A major highlight is the Jaisalmer Fort, and what's unique about it is that it's a living fort.
What does that mean?
Unlike many forts, which are mainly ruins, a big chunk of the city's population still lives within its walls.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
It's a vibrant community within these ancient walls. You also have the intricate Patwan Ki Haveli, which are these incredibly elaborate, multi-storied merchant mansions, each one showcasing stunning carvings.
It's like stepping back in time.
Yes. And then there's the tranquil Gadasar Lake and, of course, the Sam Sand Dunes right outside the city. You can experience a camel safari there and camp out under the desert stars. It's a true immersion into the desert landscape.
Wow, I'd love to experience that.
Yeah.
Now we head east to Pushkar, the holy city, famous for its spirituality and the unforgettable camel fare.
Absolutely. Pushkar is believed to be home to one of the few Brahma temples in the world, which makes it a major pilgrimage site for Hindus. Right at the heart of the city is the sacred Pushkar Lake. And then there's the Pushkar Camel Fair, held every November. It's a sight to see. Thousands of camels, religious rituals, cultural performances. It's just a vibrant mix of everything.
It sounds incredibly lively.
It is. And don't forget the bazaars that line the streets, bursting with color, sounds, and all sorts of goods. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way.
It's like stepping into another world. All right, time for a change of scenery as we head to Mount Abu, Rajasthan's only hill station, so a little cooler escape from the desert heat.
Yes, a welcome relief from the heat. Mount Abu offers a completely different landscape with its rocky terrain and much more pleasant climate. It's home to the Dewara Jain temples, which are renowned for their incredibly intricate marble carvings.
I've seen pictures. They're absolutely stunning.
They are. And there's Naki Lake, perfect for boating and relaxation, and Guru Shikhar Peak, offering panoramic views of the entire region.
It sounds so peaceful. Now, for those hoping to spot some amazing wildlife, we have Ranthambore National Park.
Ah, yes, a true haven for wildlife enthusiasts.
It's a prime spot for tigers, right?
Absolutely. Ranthambore is one of the best places in India to spot the majestic Royal Bengal tiger during a wildlife safari.
Wow, that would be incredible.
It's a truly humbling experience. Beyond tigers, you'll also find leopards, various deer species, and a huge variety of birds.
So it's a paradise for nature lovers.
It really is.
Okay, let's venture to Chittorgarh, the land of Rajput valor.
This place
is just soaked in heroic tales, isn't it?
It is. The main attraction is the massive Chittorgarh Fort, one of the largest in India, a place with deep connections to the brave history of the Rajput clans.
Yeah.
And of course, the poignant story of Rani Padmini and her act of self-sacrifice is etched in its history.
It's a reminder of the courage and sacrifice that shaped the region.
Absolutely. And the fort itself is a treasure trove of historical monuments, each whispering tales of valor and resistance.
Next up, we head to Bikaner, the camel country. I'm picturing endless stretches of sand and camels everywhere.
You got it. Bikaner is known for its unique camel breeding farms. These farms play a huge role in the region's economy and culture.
It's not something you see every day.
Definitely not. And Bikaner has some incredible forts, too, like the impressive Junagarh Fort. And then there's the fascinating Karni Mata Temple, also known as the Rat Temple.
The Rat Temple. That sounds interesting.
It's quite an experience. It houses a large population of rats that are considered sacred and are actually revered.
Wow, that's a unique cultural experience for sure.
Definitely. And Bikaner even has the National Research Center on Camel, dedicated to the study and preservation of these incredible animals. And no trip to Bikaner is complete without trying their famous Bikaneri Bhujia, a crispy and spicy snack.
Okay, I'll have to add that to my list. And finally, we arrive at Bindi, the hidden gem. That sounds like a place off the beaten path, waiting to be discovered.
It definitely offers a more tranquil experience, a bit off the tourist trail. Bundi is known for its picturesque stepwells, these incredible underground structures that were vital for water management in this arid region.
Fascinating. So they're not just beautiful, they were essential for survival.
Exactly. Bundi also has charming palaces and a real sense of unspoiled beauty. Some key attractions include the impressive Taragar Fort, the elegant Bundi Palace, and the intricately designed Raniji Ki Baori, the Queen's Stepwell. It's a place to relax, soak in the atmosphere, and experience Rajasthan at a slower pace.
It sounds like the perfect antidote to the hustle and bustle of some of the bigger cities. Wow, what an incredible variety of places. From bustling pink cities to serene blue ones, golden deserts, and hidden gems. But it's not just about sightseeing in Rajasthan, right? This material also highlights some of the adventures you can have there.
Oh, absolutely. Rajasthan caters to thrill seekers, too. Camel safaris around Jaisalmer and Bikaner are a classic way to truly immerse yourself in the beauty of the Thar Desert. Imagine yourself on camelback, traversing those sweeping sand dunes.
It sounds incredibly peaceful and surreal.
It is. And for a completely different perspective, you can take a hot air balloon ride in Jaipur or Pushkar. Imagine drifting over those magnificent forts and palaces we just talked about, getting a bird's eye view of it all.
Wow, that would be breathtaking.
Absolutely stunning. And if you're looking for a real adrenaline rush, there's zip lining at Marengar Fort in Jodhpur. Soaring high above the blue city, that's got to be an experience.
Talk about an unforgettable view.
Right. And for those who really want to feel the energy of the desert, there's dune bashing and quad biking in Jaisalmer. It's a high-energy way to experience the sandy terrain.
So, something for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, all this talk of adventure is making me hungry. Let's dive into the food of Rajasthan.
Okay, good idea.
This material describes it as rich, spicy, and packed with flavor, which sounds amazing to me.
It definitely lives up to that description. You see, Rajasthani cuisine has been shaped by the desert climate. So many dishes are hearty, designed to last without refrigeration. Yeah. A classic dish, you can't go wrong with it, is dal bati churma. It's this delightful combination of crunchy baked wheat balls, which are called bati, a flavorful lentil curry, the dal, and then sweet crumbled wheat, the churma. It's a true culinary experience.
It sounds like a feast for the senses. What else should we be sure to try?
Okay, there's gatta ki sabzi. It's made with gram flour dumplings simmered in a tangy yogurt-based curry.
Okay.
It's all about the interplay of textures and flavors. And for spice lovers, lal mas is a must.
Lal mas. The name itself sounds fiery.
Oh, it is. It's a fiery Rajasthani mutton curry cooked with loads of red chilies and fragrant garlic.
Wow, that's for the adventurous palate.
It is. And then you have kursangri, a really unique dish made with wild beans and berries that are native to Rajasthan's desert regions. It's a great example of how the cuisine uses those local desert ingredients.
Just like the desert itself is on the plate.
Exactly. For something a little more royal, there's mohan mas, a real delicacy. It's tender meat, slow cooked in milk and infused with fragrant dry fruits, so a richer, more subtly spiced flavor profile.
It sounds fit for a king.
It is, and for quick bites, you can't go wrong with mirchi vada, a chili fritter filled with spicy potato, or piyaz kachori, a flaky pastry stuffed with spiced onions. These are street food staples.
Perfect for grabbing on the go while you're exploring. And of course, no food journey is complete without dessert.
True. Rajasthan has some incredible sweets. Yuvar is a traditional dessert, really popular during festivals like Tej and Raksha Bandhan. It's got this unique disc-like shape and a delicate texture. Often it's soaked in sugar syrup and topped with nuts.
Sounds delicious. What else is there?
There's also mawa kachori, which is for specialty. And to beat the desert heat, there are traditional drinks like chas, a spiced buttermilk, and kizar lassi, a creamy yogurt drink flavored with saffron. Both are incredibly refreshing.
My mouth is watering. All right, now for those of us who love to bring home souvenirs, what kind of shopping treasures can we find in Rajasthan?
Oh, Rajasthan is a shopper's paradise
Yeah.
full of beautiful and unique goods. Jaipur is a must-visit for shopping. Johari Bazaar is the place to go for jewelry, particularly gemstone jewelry.
Wow.
And then Bapu Bazaar is great for vibrant textiles and all sorts of handicrafts.
I can imagine spending hours getting lost in those colorful markets.
You could. In Jodhpur, check out the Clock Tower Market, also called Sardar Market. It's great for antiques, leather goods like bags and shoes, and fragrant spices. Udaipur's Hathi Pol Bazaar is known for exquisite miniature paintings, often depicting royal scenes and handcrafted souvenirs. And in Bikaner and Jaisalmer, you'll find amazing camel leather products and beautifully woven Rajasthani carpets and rugs, often with bold traditional designs.
So something for every taste and budget. To really immerse yourself in the local culture, it sounds like timing a visit with one of Rajasthan's vibrant festivals is a good idea.
Oh, absolutely. Rajasthan has a lively festival calendar. The Jaipur Literature Festival in January or February is a huge international event, drawing famous authors, poets, and intellectuals from all over the world. It's a celebration of literature and ideas.
That sounds fascinating. What about some of the more traditional festivals?
Well, the Pushkar Camel Fair, held in November, is like nothing you've ever seen. Thousands of camels are traded, and there are religious ceremonies, folk music and dance, and all kinds of competitions. It's colorful and a bit chaotic, a truly unique experience.
Wow, I bet.
Then there's the Desert Festival in Jaisalmer in February. It's a grand celebration of desert culture with folk music and dance, camel polo matches, which are amazing to watch.
Camel polo.
Yes, camel polo. They also have turpentine competitions and stunning sand art.
Wow, that's amazing. What about some of the other seasonal celebrations?
Well, the Teach Festival, usually in July or August, is mostly a women's festival. It's celebrated with beautiful dances, swings decorated with flowers, and processions honoring goddess Tej.
Beautiful.
And the Gengwar Festival in March or April is dedicated to goddess Parvati. It's marked by special prayers, devotional songs, dances, and parades featuring these elaborately dressed idols.
It sounds like every season has its own unique celebrations. It really paints a picture of a land that's not just historically rich, but also incredibly vibrant in its living culture and traditions.
Absolutely.
From those ancient Indus Valley roots all the way to these modern festivals, Rajasthan seems to offer an incredible range of experiences.
Yes, it does. The material you provided has really captured the magic of this region. The fascinating royal history, the vibrant culture, the diverse landscapes, the amazing food, the shopping opportunities, and the lively festivals.
Hopefully this deep dive has given you a really clear and engaging understanding of Rajasthan, hitting all those key highlights.
I think so too.
It's a place that just seems to be brimming with stories, colors, and unforgettable experiences.
You know, thinking about this blend of ancient history and modern culture, what aspect of Rajasthan do you find most compelling?
That's a good question.
Is it those majestic forts, standing as witnesses to centuries past, or maybe the explosion of color and sound in its festivals? Or perhaps it's the unique and resilient flavors of its desert cuisine?
It's hard to choose. There's just so much to discover and experience in Rajasthan, the land of kings.